Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing sort of like a get ready with me. I have hooded eyes, so I'll be doing some eyeshadow and I'm sort of giving a bit of an explanation about what that means and how to sort of overcome having hooded eyes, which eyeshadow. First thing that I will do today is I will do my eyebrows first. Now I will do my eyes first and then I will do the foundation. The reason for that is if there's any fallout from my eyeshadow onto my cheeks and under my eyes, I don't have to wipe away the foundation and then having to fix it because I don't think it ever looks perfect. So what I will do is I will do my eyes first and then I will do my face. So I'll just do my eyebrows off camera and then I'll be back. Okay, there we go, we're back. I've got my eyebrows done and I've also primed my eyelids. I've just used concealer for that, prime my eyelids. Now I like to set my primer on my eyelids. I don't like it to be wet. I feel like if I go in with a shadow on top of a wet concealer, I feel like just where you first touch it, it just grabs and it's really difficult to blend, at least for me. So I prefer to set my concealer. I'm going to tap out any creases that might have developed. I'm using a Sigma tapered blending brush number E35. I'm going to be using the original Jacylin Hill palette for this look. Just going to set my eyes using that shade there. Just there we go, it's all set. So now I'm going to start with a transition color. Now transition color is normally put up somewhere just sort of on the top of your eyelid. Basically it's the color that helps everything blend together. So blend your natural skin color to the shadows that you're going to be using. So you want to use something that's sort of a similar color scheme to what you're trying to do. So I'm going to do like a light brown pink look. So I'm going to be using a light brown as a transition shade, and that's going to make, I'm sorry if you hear that, that's it's really windy today and that's trees banging on our roof, so sorry. I will probably use this shade right here as my transition. So I will start there. Now I have hooded eyes, which means I don't have a clear eyelid space here to do shadow. It means that this top part is sitting over my bottom part. So it creates like a hood over my eyelid. So that means that I have to a transition shade normally goes into the crease, but because my crease is not visible, my crease is only visible if I do this. That's my crease there, but if I put the eyeshadow there, it's just going to disappear. So I have to go a little bit higher to compensate for the fact that my crease is hidden, okay? I will do one eye with you and the other eye I'll do off camera. Blend that outwards, blend it up towards your brow bone. You don't want to go directly all the way to the brow bone because that's just going to look a very 80s look. I mean, if you're into that look, by all means, go for it. There's no mistakes in makeup. There is no mistake. There's certain guidelines that you can follow if you choose, but makeup is art. Art is subjective. You can do to your face whatever you want to do to your face. It's fine. Personally, for me, I don't like my eyeshadow to be all the way up to my eyebrows. Okay, that's done for transition shade. Okay, next step, I'm going to use this darker color just here. It's like a brown with a slight sort of red tint to it. I'm going to go slightly under where I placed my crease shade, my transition shade, and blend this upwards towards the transition shade. So sort of there. Still above my crease, because if I go into my crease, it's not going to be visible. So that makes difference. It gives your eye a little bit more depth. Now I'm still using the same brush. You don't really need to use a million brushes. I'm still using the same Sigma brush that I used for my transition shade because I'm working from lightest to darkest, so it doesn't really matter. Now go a little bit lower as well into your actual crease. Okay, so that's what that looks like. So now I want to darken the corner of my eye a little bit, not too much. We'll use the darker brown right there. Okay, I'm using the Real Techniques brush 201 for this part. Tap the excess off and just sort of stamp that on like that. Stamp, 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 and just give it a bit of a blend. Now I'm changing my brush. I'm going back to the Sigma brush just to blend everything together. Now what I want to do in this part is make it a little bit lighter, make my eye pop. So I will be using a lighter shade for that. And for that I will be using the Sigma eye shading brush E55. I will use this color right there. I'll try dry first and see how we go. If not, I can always spritz it with some Fix Plus for some extra pop. It's a beautiful shade. This is kind of like a half cut crease without actually cutting the crease with concealer. So this is, sort of works the same way. So now, it's back to the same original brush. A little bit of that medium brown that we used. Tap, 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 and blend. And that's it. This eyeshadow is done for this eye. I will finish my other eye off camera and then I will be back for the rest. And that's it. Both eyes are done with eyeshadow. Yeah, so what we will do now, I will add eyeliner. You don't have to, you can stay as is. I like to add a bit of eyeliner. I'm using the Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner by Stila. Liner done. Now for today's look, I will not be putting on any false eyelashes. I will just be using mascara. Stila Huge, we all know it's one of my favorites. So let's pop that on. And that's it. 2 coats. This mascara is excellent. This is 2 coats. Okay, next step. I'm going to clean out any fallout from under my eyes just using a makeup remover wipe. Okay. For my primer, I'm using the Sephora Glow. It's a Perfecting Glow Primer. It's one of my favorite primers actually. Just a little bit. It's kind of white, but it actually has some color to it, surprisingly. As soon as you start rubbing it in, it becomes like a nude color. Okay, that's our primer done. Now today for foundation, I will be using Mecca Max Life Proof Foundation. Now, I really like this foundation. I'm in the shade Natural 5, and this is, I think, my perfect match. And it's such a nice foundation. It's like a satiny finish. Just a couple of pumps on my hand. Now today I'm using this sponge by Thin Lizzy. They're actually really nice. They're so soft. So that's what I'll be using today. Like, look at that. That is perfect. It has a perfect finish. You can't even tell. It's lovely. I will put some down my neck. I always do. On my ears. But this is such a beautiful finish. It just looks so natural on me. It looks like my skin, just better. And that's it, foundation done. Next step, concealer. I'm using the Dark Circle Eraser, Age Rewind by Maybelline. I'm using a shade Light Pale. That's it. That's it. Just going to use my beauty blender to blend this out. And that's it. Beautiful. Okay, so to set this, I'll use some Laura Mercier powder. Now I'm going to tap out any creases that might have formed in the meantime. Now I have that little, kind of like a little pouch right there, and that's where my creases form. And it doesn't matter which concealer I use, it will crease. So I've got to set it, but make sure I tap it out before I set. I don't like to use a lot of powder. I don't want my under eyes to become dry, and sometimes, for example, baking is not for me. My under eyes become really, really dry, and every little wrinkle that I have, and I do have wrinkles, I'm 37 years old, will show if I do baking, so I just do it light powder. Now this is literally what I'm taking, and that's it. Tap, tap, tap. And that's it. Okay, for my bronzer today, I will be using the Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer, Chocolate Matte. I will be using the BH Cosmetics brush, number 1. I really like this brush for bronzer, so that's what I use. I kind of use the bronzer a little bit like a contour as well. This has that pointy bit there, so I just do the pointy bit into the bronzer and I draw a line. And then blend upwards. Your contour should sort of start at the top of your ear, working downwards, just where your cheekbone is. If you feel your cheekbone, the contour goes right there, and then you blend up, not down. That automatically looks so much better. It gives dimension to your face. Flat, dimension. Okay, so for my blush, I will use the Blush Bazaar by Tarte. I love this thing. It has so many shades. It's just gorgeous. So I will go in with this shade right here on my Artist Professional Manicure brush. So next thing I will use is Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. I'm using in shade 2, which is light. You can use this under your foundation. You can use it over the top of your foundation like a glow. I've tried it under my foundation and it absolutely does nothing. So what I do is that amount. And I put it on my cheeks right here. Look at that. It gives such a glow from within look. I love it. I love this thing. Now for my highlight, I will be using the Anastasia X Ambrasi highlight. I love this highlight. Using the Art 36 brush by Morphe. Just adjusted the lighting a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. The combination of these two, amazing. Now for our bottom lash line, we'll just go in with one of the shades that we used earlier. Just that one. And that's it, just a little bit of that. One shade is enough. Mascara for the bottom lashes. Fix Plus to set everything in place. Now for my lips, we'll be using the Melted Latex by Too Faced in the shade Peekaboo. And that's it. This is the finished look. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. We'll have some new videos coming up soon for you. And that's it. Please follow me on Instagram. I will put a link down below. See you in my next video. Bye.